playoffs or putting themselves in a position to compete for a championship. Michael Vick put them in. I think they made the playoffs like once with them. Nick Foles made the playoffs with them. Obviously, he's better coming off the bench than he is being a starter.
So this is actually funny. It's not fun. Well, I mean, to me, it's funny, I guess. I mean, so both the Eagles, because, we're on the Eagles. So the Eagles play better with Nick Foles, and they played better, and they play better now with Jalen Hurts. So, you kind of look at that and you go, okay, maybe there is a leadership void there, right? And this is actually one of the things when we tied back in, we were talking about, and I'm segueing right back to NFL here, but when we're talking NFL or NBA players, and we're talking about LeBron, or we're talking about come on, help me out, Durant, KD. And we talk about sheer talent. If you just said who's a better shooter, who's naturally flows better, like KD is just he's just an artist out there when it comes to his play. But if you said who's a better leader, I mean, it's obviously LeBron's a better leader when it comes to that. When we talk into when we come to like in the NFL and we just talk about leadership, like Jalen Hurts, when I saw him play in college, I didn't know anything about his career in college. I saw him play in like his last championship game or whatever it was, and I believe they had won it, and he was being interviewed, and I just went, man, like that dude is a gamer. And I looked at his confidence and the way he was talking and the way he was talking about his teammates, and I said, that guy right there is a man that I would have confidence to follow if I was on a team. Because I'm like, people look at sheer talent all the time, and they go, he's the most talented, so therefore he's the best player. It's where I go into like Bryce Harper with the Washington Nationals. You go, and he has maybe the most talent on the team. It's why they're paying him the most money. But I also look at it, I'm like, it doesn't necessarily mean your team is better just because you have the better player, because everything follows suit as far as how the camaraderie is in the locker room. It's the same idea where, they say, hey, listen, you could pay somebody to be in the military, but or whatever, to fight for something. But someone who's fighting it for their belief, right, will always fight harder. Yeah. Because they're fighting for their liberty, right? It's so. And for their family and for love and for life. They're not just fighting because someone's paying. There's always more passion, and that will always drive you more than those dollar signs. So when you have, obviously everyone's getting paid in the NFL, but when you're out there and you truly believe in your teammates and you believe in not letting the person next to you down over, I'm just out here doing my job because I'm being paid, which is again why I go into like Kawhi, why he's not the great. I do my job, but I'm not as interested in helping you. That flows to everybody else when someone is on a pedestal where they're not reaching across the aisle to say, hey, I'm also one of you. So to me, Jalen Hurts brings that. And I truly believe from what I saw with the way that Carson Wentz and, has performed out there, that even though he had all this talent, and he's obviously, he's got plenty of talent, but he doesn't have that leadership quality that makes people truly believe. That's why they followed. I mean, that's why the Eagles played better. My personal opinion, is why the Eagles play better under Nick Foles, and it's why they play better under Jalen Hurts, and then you can see it. And I'm going to give it off to you in 1 second.
No, go ahead.
You're
because passionate about it.
Because this is what happened is, right now, and again, if the reports are true, I'm going off of what I'm hearing. Obviously, I but what I'm hearing is that Carson Wentz is saying that if things continue like they do, he wants to be traded out of Philadelphia because he doesn't believe he's a backup quarterback.
Goodbye.
So to me, what someone in his situation should look at is saying, oh, the team's playing better with somebody else than me. Someone else is performing better than me. Reflect that on yourself. Tell yourself, I'm going to be a good teammate. I'm not going to put that stuff out there. I'm not going to divide the locker room. I'm going to sit here and say, hey, I'm here for the team. Then at the end of the season, you do your shopping. You do say, okay, I would like out now. That's the respectful thing to do. But while you're on the team, I mean, you are a teammate. So when you sit there and you say, oh, well, if I'm not starting, I don't want to be part of this franchise anymore. The franchise is doing better without you. The camaraderie, obviously, play on the field is better without you. So, like, it's not as simple. Like, the selfish thing to be is like, oh, well, if you guys don't want me. Like, nah, listen, we'd want you if we were performing as well as when you were out there, but we're obviously not. Like, results matter here. Like everyone, and here's the thing. Everyone's job matters. Everyone's trying to keep their job on this team. Everyone, and they all look worse when they're losing. Everyone looks worse. They're playing worse. Guess what? When you're not in there, everyone's playing better. Everyone's getting better stats. Everyone's looking better. Everyone has a better opportunity to keep their job and to improve their lives and their families' lives and to get better contracts when you're not there. Realize that. Suck it up. Understand that everyone else is better without you than with you. You need to go somewhere. You need to go somewhere where everyone else is better with you than without you. That's the idea. So don't bring down the Eagles franchise with your rhetoric. Sit here and say, I will be selfless in this moment. I will let everyone else get the grace that they deserve, that they should have maybe have been deserved throughout the entire season. Maybe I did do my best. If he did his best, that's fine. Pride to you for being able to do your best, for putting everything out there. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Now it's working better. Suck it up. Deal with it in the offseason. Go ahead and get moved. Do not damper your current season. Do not damper that locker room with your sadness and your mopiness, because guess what? You're still getting paid more money than anybody. So your family's not hurting. Your family's not hurting. Everyone else out here is working for their personal, for not just for their players out there, but everyone's working for their family. It's what we all do when we go to work. We're all working for us and our families and to be able to better our existence. These Eagles players have an opportunity to better their personal existence on and off the field without Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, recognize that, respect that. Don't let that drag you down and make you less than. I'm not even dogging you, Carson Wentz, as a football player. I'm just dogging you mentally. I'm trying to tell you simply, let yourself go out there, do the best you can, but you have to recognize when people are performing better without you on the field. That says something. And it needs to be respected. And you need to respect their lives and their opportunities that they have out there, and find your way to that franchise where you can have the impact that you believe. And when you find that inner self, then you are actually improving the lives of people on and off the field. Then you can completely take ownership of that, and you'll be prouder of yourself in your life. And I tell you what, that's my rant right there.
Okay. That was a very passionate rant.
Thank you.
One of the most passionate rants I remember you ever saying.
That was a good one.
Oh, man, you were fired up. Okay, so let's start off with the Carson Wentz story. Now, Carson Wentz got drafted, played, I don't even know what school he played for, I forget, but it wasn't a big-name school. But from a physicality standpoint, he had all the tools. He can definitely throw the deep ball. One thing I can give him credit for, he can sling that rock. Now, he has never been the same, ever, after two things. One, the Achilles tear, not Achilles, ACL tear.
Mm-hmm.
But when Frank Wright was his offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, those two had a connection and a bond that was so deep and great that they just connected. This is why if you are the Philadelphia Eagles, you go ahead and make a nice little phone call to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have a solid offensive line, solid running back, decent receivers, good tight ends, 3 good tight ends actually. D-line is pretty good. And you're pretty much a team that is also, again, competing for a playoff spot. And if you don't get it, Phillip Rivers is a 1-year rental. You make the phone call, you guys work out the negotiation in terms of draft compensation, and you call it a day. That's an easy phone call. It's an easy phone call. It's out of the conference. You want this guy out of the conference. You want him out of the conference. You want him out. No. And
I want him in. If I was the Eagles, I'd want him in the conference.
You want him out of the conference because
I'd want him in.
The reason why you want a guy out of the conference is because you don't want to deal with that guy and have to see him again, good, bad, or indifferent. It's kind of like breaking up with a girlfriend. The best thing when you break up with a girlfriend, out of sight, out of mind. Because the more you see her, the more you're going to have, oh, man.
Yeah, it's more drama.
Remorse.
It's more drama.
It's drama.
Yeah.
Now, with the Eagles playing better with Jalen Hurts, yes, they couldn't do any worse. Yeah. So it was only an upswing. But with that upswing came Jalen Hurts actually got taken out of the national championship game, and Tua actually replaced him. A lot of people don't remember that. Then he asked for the transfer. He was a great teammate. He cheered his teammates on to your credit.
Yeah.
But then he got the transfer to Oklahoma, and where he was now the man, now the leader. And he showed a lot of leadership skills. He had CeeDee Lamb, who is by far the best rookie receiver to come out in a while. I don't know who's calling me, but they can call me back later.
Dancing.
But Jalen Hurts is showing great leadership skills. Those guys are playing for him, and there is something to say about that. Yeah. Now, if you're the Eagles, you got to take the hit. You can take it all at once, or you can spread it out. But you're going to take this hit. You cannot give a contract.
So there's
to a guy.
I know less about the trade practices here. So you're saying that if they trade him, they still take a major hit.
Yeah, because the money, he's guaranteed money. That guaranteed money goes to the team that is trading him away. So it's going to be a hit no matter what. If they outright cut him, he's owed $60-something million. If they trade him, it's going to be a hit still. You take the hit, you look at your GM and say, don't let that happen again, and you move forward with Jalen Hurts, which I think in today's NFL, your quarterback has to have 3 intangibles. Number 1, they got to be able to move. It's not the NFL of old where you drop